Okay guys, there's the two jets. There, perfect. Look at the old jet and the new jet. The new jet's on the right. Boy, that's really hard to... Thanks. Alright, this is the big deal. The big kahuna. Is that okay to say that anymore? Or is that not politically correct? Oh, I was going to put some gas in a bowl and compare the two floats. Yes. Because I'm curious as to any differences at all, right? No, they're identical. So I got an extra float. Alrighty. A little finer work. Let's try that one more time. It would sure be a wonderful thing if this works. Of course, obviously. Okay, float in. Pin. Now this pin has a flat or a squared off end which goes in secondary. Oh, there we go. Whew. Okay, I'm going to get a piece of fuel line and we're going to see if that actually plugs the hole. Pardon me, I'm just getting a small chunk of flexible line here. Which one do you I think this one. Okay. Making sure everything's tight. Piece of dust. And then we're going to pour a tiny bit of gas on here to get rid of any contaminants from the carburetor spray. Now, choke is out. Throttle in. That's it. So now I'm just going to go fetch the homemade intake gasket off of the tractor. Alright, this is the gasket I made because I didn't have one. Alright, this is the intake manifold gasket and it looks like it kind of resembles what I've done, and that goes on the throttle side. Look at that, eh? And then the other one clips right onto the intake manifold that goes up to the air cleaner. So it fits on like that. Here, just like that. Okay, I'm ready. So that actually was a pretty good gasket. Homemade. Okay, now we're going to put everything back together again, just like we took it apart. Okay, we're sliding the carburetor on now. And as you're sliding it on, you got to hold your lips just right and get the throttle lever from the carburetor onto the governor arm. And after I get it on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's actually, now that this is the third time I've done this, it's not that bad. I put the intake gasket on already. Here it is. Now I just have to get a pair of pliers and put this dampening spring on the same hole. This is the tricky one. I got it in, but I went him in the bottom part of the hole. The choke arm. Oh, let me show you what we got. Right there. You guys see that? That bracket coming up on the right there. Up, it's kind of a crooked to the right, and then the throttle arm with the spring connected. Good. Now we put the choke on. It's like having somebody watch over your shoulder. Right? Ah! I don't know if I can. Yes. Good. And like that. 2 number 10 bolts. Oops. And it's adjustable, so I'm going to put it mid-range. Now this is my go-to ratchet. It's my old Sears ratchet, and I like these ones with the lever on the back instead of on the twist, because you can do it with one hand. Blah blah blah. Okay, let's just operate the choke and see if we got something going on. Yes, you see it's closing right there? Open. Can you see that? Okay. I know, shakies, eh? Choke. Open. So now we're just going to rebuild the rest of this intake. This weird intake manifold gasket. The 2 sleeves. Go on like that. Gasket's already on, remember? Washer. Washer. Now I think this particular piece is very breakable. So I'm just going to do an inch-pounds type torque on that. Now, fuel line. I'm not worried about new things yet. I want to get everything running. Okay, fuel line. good. Blow by hose, PCV, whatever you want to call it, crankcase ventilation. And I'm going to put these 2 bolts on too. And then we're ready for a fire up. So I can leave this off for now. And you guys got the light shining in your eyes. $10mm wrench. Yeah, so John Deere product with Japanese parts. My other John Deere has a Kawasaki engine in it. Alright guys, I think the moment of truth has arrived. I'm just going to back this up. Drop my watch. And we'll just turn you off. Alright guys, carburetor's in, the intake manifold is repaired back to the, reinstalled back to the air filter, which goes right on here. I'm going to prime it with a little bit of fuel. This is my two-stroke fuel basically, but it's pretty rich. It's like 15 to 1 or something. It changes all the time. So now, can you guys see that? Let's do this. Now, I got a dud of the battery in here, so it might not go. Joke. Let it run for a while.